Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Mike in the mornings. You're on KUSH on St. Patrick's Day, the 17th of March, 2015. How you doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. I woke up in a pretty good mood. Things are hopping, doing some things with the radio program. This is the Morning Wake and Bake with Mike. And funny thing, it's coming in this morning, and I ride a Harley. I ride a Harley because I like Harleys. I would ride a fast Harley. I ride a stylish Harley, but it's not like a crotch rocket or nothing, and it's not ever going to be like a V-Rod. It's not real souped up, and it's more of a what you would call like a cruising bike. So anyway, I'm cruising down to the studios here, and it's about really early in the morning. No traffic really, and this guy in the scooter comes. I'm doing like 45, 50. I got the headphones on. I'm listening to some Kenny Wayne Shepherd. It's a little after 3, I think is what it was, because bars were already closed. I'd already done the 2 o'clock broadcast, and this guy I'm going down Arapahoe. I'm doing about 45, and I'm approaching University, and it goes downhill right there. And this guy in the scooter's got his brights on behind me, but I don't know it's a scooter. I think it's another motorcycle, and it was not like it was a small scooter anyway. But this guy comes raping up next to me. What's up, man? And I was like, dude, you're fucking brighting me all the way down this hill. I know, man. I can't see when I'm riding in the dark. And I was like, you can't look at me when you're riding, dude. And anyway, that's about it. That's about as far as that story went. But what it brought up was a few years back on St. Patrick's Day. It was late in the evening. I was going to go down to London Pub and have some corned beef, hang out with some partners, and enjoy the day. And I was coming from Inglewood, E-Dub, the Inglewood, E-Dub. No, this is me and my partner Nate's. When I had my shop there, we'd call it E-Dub. I was coming from Inglewood on Broadway on the Harley, and I'm just strolling around along. It's a nice March night. It's about, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Just getting to where the sun's going down, and I'm going towards downtown north on Broadway. And just as I'm passing Alameda, in that section with all the old houses on Cedar and then all the way up to Spear, I get accosted by, and accosted is the word you got to use. There I was, tooling along in second gear, just oblivious to the world. There's a couple cars next to me, no real motorcycles. It's still March. Must have been cool, but I look behind me, and the reason I used the word accosted, because there were not 10, not 20, not 50, but like 300 of these little scooters surrounding me. And you're going down Broadway, and Broadway is what, 4 lanes, 3 lanes, 4 lanes if you count the RTD lane. And they had every lane jam-packed. I'm doing 35, they're doing 40, so they just came around me like little fleas. And I'm a big guy, and I'm on a Harley, but I'm going to tell you, I was a little intimidated seeing them coming up like that on my rearview mirror. I was a little intimidated. It threw me off, man. I was thinking, I remember thinking, I was like, dang, man, wait a minute. I got an accelerator. So I hit the gas, and problem solved. St. Patrick's Day. You're on KUSH. You've got Mike on the big mic. This morning, I'm feeling pretty good. We are doing the Wake and Bake. Living Well Dispensary kind of jacked us, so we're not going to be smoking their weed no more. Their weed sucked. So Word of the wise. Anyway, I'm trying out a different variety this morning. Talking about St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is always funny. The first St. Patrick's Day I had in Colorado, where I actually went out and celebrated St. Patrick's Day, it was when the Gold Rush was open over there on 6th and Sheridan. And I had started working at Conflict and Mercury over on Broadway, and I worked in the body shop. I got hip to so we had those loaner cars. We had these Mercury Topazes as loaner cars out there in the body shop. So I think St. Patrick's Day ended up on a Friday, and so I got one of them cars, and I don't know how I got it. I monkeyed it out of the body shop. I don't think I actually took it without permission. But definitely was on sketchy reasons. So me and my best friend at the time, and he was my best friend until a few years ago when he had his motorcycle wreck, and God bless him, and Don Harrison, wherever you're at today, God bless you, man. I'm always thinking about you. But we were probably about 21, 22. We couldn't have been more than 22. And we get in this Mercury Topaz, and one of the guys we worked with in the car lot had sold us some acid, sold us like a half a sheet of acid. So for those of you that don't know, that's like 50 hits. So he sells us this half a sheet of acids, and we break off like 5 hits right away, just eat them, because we're just gluttons for punishment. We figure we're going to fry all weekend. Might as well get to it. And we were sitting in my apartment, and the girl who was my roommate at the time, who ended up being Donnie's wife later on in life, but she comes home, and on acid, check your feelings at the door. I haven't done acid in like 30 years, but if you're laughing that hard, people got to know something's wrong with you. Why do they ask you serious questions? Why do they want serious answers? Why is it always when you're on acid that your landlord wants to check the fire smoke detectors? Because that's exactly what happened when we got to my apartment. Not only did he want to check the smoke detectors, he kept asking me when I was going to get some furniture. I had a bunch of Walgreens crates and stuff, but my bedroom was so funny because my bedroom, you'd go in there and you could see I had the comforter and the pillows right where the bed would be, and then on the nightstands, where the nightstand should be, I had lamps and an ashtray and a clock radio and shit, but I had no mattress or no bed. So you'd walk in there, and if I'd ever walk in there with my partners, or if I got lucky or anything, I'd always walk in there and I'd be like, "Dang, somebody stole my bed! Oh, call 911." It was so funny. And I remember this one girl, she was so cute because she was going to stay with us, and I had another female roommate, so I ended up moving out for a while because I can't live with females like that, and they're just too moody. They can't even take a joke, and if you come out of the bathroom with no eyebrows, I'm allowed to clown on you. I'm serious. That is a rule. I am allowed to clown on you if you have no friggin' eyebrows. This girl came out of the bathroom, and I had never seen her without her hair extensions or her eyebrows or the makeup she was wearing. And I think she had a 4-year-old son or a 5-year-old son. And I dug the shit out of this kid, man. I mean, he was a good kid. But we were sitting there one morning, and I'd come there to pick her up for work or something. I don't remember what I was there for. I come over to her apartment. She comes out of the bathroom. No eyebrows. The wig was gone. And no makeup. And I thought she had a brother. No lie. I looked at her and said, "Dang." And I looked at her son, and I was like, and I turned to her and I was like, "Girl," I was like, "your son loves you." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Quit looking at me like that. Quit. Stop looking at me." And I was like, it wasn't like fucking, "No, I'm ugly. Like, it wasn't like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or nothing. "Oh, spite me, don't look at me. I'm hideous." But it was hideous. If you're a dude, especially a young dude, and you see some shit like that, dude, and you didn't notice that they were painting their eyebrows on before, which I didn't. there's just no way you can keep a straight face. There is nothing in God's green earth that is going to keep you from laughing and laughing loud. You're on KUSH. You got Mike in the mornings. This is the Morning Wake and Bake. We kicked Living Well dispensaries to the curb, so we are now buying from Pedro's dispensary, wherever Pedro is from. We've got the Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble production crew, so bear with me again. We're living in Bedrock, Colorado, right next to South Park. KUSH is the highest station in the nation, coming at you from Denver, where we're living at a different altitude. We're talking about St. Patrick's Day, and before I go any further, I need to announce that the celebration of St. Patrick's Day with the KUSH Leprechauns handing out Lucky Charms throughout the Denver area has been canceled. That event will not take place. We do not have leprechauns cruising the Denver area. Do not grab a short person that's dressed in green thinking he is the KUSH leprechaun, because it's extremely difficult to hire actual leprechauns from Craigslist. I mean, I got 26 responses. I got 18 dwarfs or little people. I got 4 elves burning down an oak tree. And then I got these fucking motherfuckers that can only make shoes. None of them were green. But like in Meet the Parents, I do have green spray paint. I did own a body shop. Thought about painting them green, and then I thought about then there's some little people association. They're all with their little pickets outside. You can see them with their little pickets outside. Oh, fair treatment for the leprechauns. He spray painted a leprechaun? No, he spray painted an elf. That's what he did. He spray painted an elf. Motherfucker. Had Mike in the mornings. Jeez. You got Mike in the mornings. It's KUSH. This is the Morning Wake and Bake, and I'm about to fire this doobie up. Speaking of doobies, and anybody going to catch the Doobie Brothers at Red Rocks this summer? Doobie Brothers are coming with Stevie Nicks. They're coming with Sammy Hagar. They got Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty. I don't know what the lineup is. We don't have any copy here because Fred and Barney didn't pass the Evelyn Woodhead Reading Dynamics course. So, you motherfuckers can't even pick up a newspaper or a donut for a working class guy. It's 3/17, St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2015. You are listening to the KUSH, KUSH, the highest station in the nation. You got the Big Mike with Mike. Fire this doobie oop. So, best St. Patrick's Day I had, bar none, was meeting this dude named Patrick on his birthday, which was St. Patrick's Day, frying on acid, pushing a Yugo, up Sheridan by Sloan's Lake. And I actually went by this dude, and I didn't know he was pushing the car because Yugos traditionally didn't go that fast anyway. So, you were always passing Yugos. And the thing about Yugos, what a fucked up abortion of a car. But the thing about Yugos that always got me, though, is, right about the time Yugo was dominating the market, is when the cell phone came out, the actual mobile phone. And they were those brick, not the wedding singer brick phones. They were, well, actually, no, they were the Motorola flip phones that everybody had on their belt. And, you see them fucking Yugos, and you'd be like, and then dude fucking flips out a cellular phone, and you didn't know if it was one of them plastic replicas. You know the ones I'm talking about. The people put the plastic antenna. They got to sell a car phone on their Yugo, dude. Fucking, if you got a car phone on your Yugo, who the fuck you talking to? Kmart. Speaking of Kmart, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and she had some pants on that were, had the 80s style rips and holes in them, like the Madonna look. It's coming back. It's going to happen. It takes one. It takes one. I thought about bringing the mullet back, but I'm not that one. I'm looking at her pants, and everyone's complimenting her because they did look cool. And she's pretty good looking, so she gets compliments anyway.